Hello, guys. My name is Michael, and welcome to another episode of Dragon Age Origins. In the last episode, we made it to Ostagar. We escaped the betrayal of Hal, our sort of friend, I guess. And, we made it to
Right.
Ostagar safely. Now I'm going to spend the entire episode looting the camp. Because I want free loot. There's actually quite a bit to do here in Ostagar. There's several little mini quests, several characters to talk to if you're interested in that.
This should be easy enough.
Lots of things to do and see. And more importantly, lots of things to loot. Can't quite go up to the tower just yet. There's a little bit of stuff up there, but we'll be able to go there eventually. Yeah, look at this place. Just a whole fortress. Don't fall.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Mages.
We stand here in this hour.
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
I'm Alyssa.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
Do you know much about Darkspawn?
Some. Do you? Do you know about the connection between them and the Fade, for example?
I know the fate is where you go when you dream.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
So Darkspawn are just dream spirits?
Sadly, no. They are kin to neither the gentle Fade spirits nor the malevolent demons. Shamefully, they were once the souls of men. Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
Chantry says many things.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
I'll just kill every Darkspawn I see.
A wise attitude. It's worked well for me in the past. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker.
Wynn is a cool character.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turnlow Gain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
What do you mean?
I deliver messages around the camp. You have a message for me?
Yes, I
And
do.
what is... Oh, wait. Are you the one I'm supposed to give Sir Garland's sword to? Because I think the smith's done with it.
Yes, you're supposed to give the sword to me.
Oh, that's such a relief. You really saved me from the switch for sure. I'd best get back to my duties again before I get in more trouble.
And now I got a new sword. We have Sir Garland's sword, +2 to attack, +10 physical resistance. Not bad. We're probably going to give that to Alistair, actually. I was going to give him the family sword, but... and then just have me go back to using the dagger. But physical resistance on our tank would be useful, I guess. That was weird. The game just froze for a minute.
Maker above, hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed your prophet Andraste now beg your forgiveness. Do not abandon us in our dark.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow.
Wow. That's a hell of a pickup line. And by a hell of a pickup line, I mean a really, really shitty one.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, me and Sir Knight were just betting on what the third recruit would be. Not a woman, yet here you are. The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cook this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about this ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The wilds?
We're right on the northern edge of the Kukari Wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why are the wilds so frightening?
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
Oh, I'll watch your back.
Just don't get too distracted back there.
I'll try to keep my wits about me. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
So, yeah, in the last episode, Duncan mentioned there were more recruits. Well, it looks like we just met one of them. Cool.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
Can't say that I have, no.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
Do you need help tracking this girl
Well,
down?
I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself.
What kind of supply?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Let me see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
Alright, first of all, we're gonna sell this axe. We don't need it. Gonna sell these daggers. We're actually gonna keep one of them. We're gonna sell the great sword, and the mace, and the short bow. Sell that, that. Using guard shield. We'll keep this, because it'll be nice for Alistair, I suppose. Keep all this stuff, but we'll sell those. Get rid of the memory band, because it's just doesn't do anything. Sell the grease trap. These. Buy up the backpack for extra inventory space. And we're not gonna need that or that. Hopefully, if all goes well, I'll make a buttload of money. And I'll be able to buy all the shit I want from him before the next chapter. It shouldn't be too hard. Anyways, let's move on. Alistair's right up there, but we don't want to talk to him just yet. There's a couple more things I want to do.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in
Greetings.
the eyes.
You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yeah, I'm Melissa.
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I was not aware they permitted women to join the Grey Wardens. None of those I've seen thus far have been.
Perhaps they saved the best for last.
You obviously impressed Duncan, and that's enough for me. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
Aren't you nervous about fighting Darkspawn?
I would be lying if I said I wasn't. As a boy, my mother told us Darkspawn hunted down all children who misbehaved. It is a foolish superstition, I know, but I still shiver when I think of fighting them. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
Davith said we might be going into the
I never heard of
wilds.
such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
It seems Jory doesn't have very much to say.
Let us consider the evil before us. In their pride.
I know he's around here somewhere. There he is. Just missed him.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
You haven't been sentenced?
No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Why would I want to help you?
Because you might want something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key. That's why I'm here. I got one of them drunk, took his key and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, well, do you want the key or not?
I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
And he asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you miss one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Yeah, here's some food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Still gross. But we can't actually use the key right now. Because, as you can see, there's a dude standing right next to the chest. Key or not, he's gonna spot us, and that won't go well. So for now, we've pretty much done everything else. There's a few minor NPCs we can talk to, but I don't think they're worth talking to be honest.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
Side note, that random-ass mage sounds a lot like Overseer Tremel to me. If any of you have played Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO, Overseer Tremel is the sort of your main quest giver for the Sith Inquisitor storyline at the very beginning. Sounds very similar to me. Anyway, I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
Would that make your day worse?
Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. From Highever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
How could you recognize me?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden, though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Alyssa.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
You want more women in the Grey Wardens, do you?
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Have you?
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
First of all, Alistair. Let's give you Sir Garland's sword, buddy. And let's also give you my Shield of High Ever. For some even more bonus attack. Alright, this is a belt that'll give him 5% resistance to pretty much all elements. That'll be useful, yeah. Here's another 25% fire and 10% spirit with some constitution for HP. %15 nature, 2% spell resistance, period. 5 mental resistance, armor. I think I'll give him the mark of vigilance. Yeah. I like the sound of that. His runic worry token is 1 willpower and 10 mental resistance. Well, I don't really have anything better than that right now. And I'm actually going to remove the Helm of the Deep from me, give it to Alistair. Because it'll, again, give him even more constitution and some mental and physical resistance. Which, I like the idea of having that on my tank. I'll leave him devoid of a ranged weapon for now. And I will switch mine out for this longbow, because it does a little bit more damage. Anyway. Yeah. Let's move on. Yes. Here we are. Duncan.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Alistair will actually go fetch the other 2 if you have not spoken to them yet. So you don't have to if you don't want to. You can just go straight to Alistair. Finally, some action.
Without a doubt. Darkspawn are renowned for their willingness to offer up their blood. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a save real fast. And yeah, let's move on a bit. Where was the entrance? This way. Now, Daveth and Jory, I do not care about. They are not going to be permanent party members, so fuck them. I ain't giving them any of my fancy equipment.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Welcome to the Kokari Wilds. Oh, I didn't need to loot him just yet. Alright. So far, so good. Now, in the last episode, I mentioned I really wanted to get herbalism on somebody. Well, I remembered a little something, so I'm actually not going to get it on my character. I'm going to wait and get it on somebody else. We come over here,
This should be easy enough.
We can find a corpse and a letter, and that'll give us a new side quest.
Over here.
Okay. And now, you see this dying soldier right here. If you talk to him, you can either kill him if you're, evil, or you can help him up. However, if you ignore him and walk past him without talking to him, he'll just pass out and die. And then you can go back and you can loot him. We're not going to do that. We're going to help the guy out.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
We can take you back.
If you just bandage me up, I can get back myself.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
We're far from helpless. We'll be fine.
I still do not relish the thought of encountering an army.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
To be fair, Jory's right. If it weren't for Alistair here and his, innate ability to sense the Darkspawn, this would be pretty foolish and reckless.
That flower, white with a red center. The kennel master at Ostagar was asking about those.
Why did he want them? Do you know?
The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
You can actually talk to the kennel master in the camp, like before you come here. However, since human nobles already
Let's get started.
with a hound, you actually can't talk to him on the human noble. You have to just pick up. It's kind of silly if you ask me, but you can at least still do the quest in general. The hell?
This should be easy enough. Fear is your weakness. You had it coming.
Now, Daveth is also a long-range type. Sort of. I'm gonna make him one anyway. Simply because of the fact that his only real damaging ability is a ranged ability.
Let's fight in more time, blast you!
Alright, you're gonna lose an HP pretty quickly. Go ahead and have you use one too, Alistair. And dead. Easy. This sometimes can actually be kind of a slightly difficult battle. I've died on this battle. I've had other characters.
Let's get started.
This battle. I've actually game overed on this battle a couple of times. And I'm not entirely sure why. Like, there wasn't exactly any kind of rhyme or reason to it. I just did. Alright, field journal. That'll start us another bonus quest. And we've got to find these hidden chastened trail signs throughout the map. And when we find them, it'll lead us to a treasure chest, which will then actually lead us back to this camp right here. And I have leveled up once again. Hell yeah. Alright, we're going to boost up our dexterity even more. We're actually not going to get the final level of coercion just yet. We're actually going to take improved combat training. And then we're going to take improved tools for the next level of lockpicking. Then we'll probably take dual weapon finesse. And then we'll probably take deadly strike. Because the archery stuff, I'm not incredibly worried about. I'm only worried about them towards the end game. Because for the most part, I just want the archery skills as sort of a ranged option. It's simply because, like I said, I've gotten to the final boss before, and part of what killed me there is in the second phase of the fight, I just couldn't do ranged damage. I only had one ranged character. And even though I was a rogue, I didn't have another ranged weapon on me. It was just some, like, shitty-ass random bow. Like, some basic bow like I've got right now. It's not gonna cut on a boss, you know? stealthed up on us.
As you wish.
Right there. Well.
This should be easy enough. On it.
Now, I haven't fully decided how I'm going to build my rogue, if I'm going to build her to be a dual-wielding powerhouse, or if I'm going to build her into just doing incredibly high amounts of DPS.
This should be easy enough.
I suppose those don't sound very different, but what I mean is, as you get higher in the dual-wielding tree, there's a talent that allows you to use things like these big long swords here in each hand.
Look there.
Normally, you
Poor
have
slobs.
to...
That just seems so excessive.
Agreed. Excessive. But,
Let's get started.
normally you have to have, like, a sword and a dagger, but this talent will allow you to equip 2 swords, or 2 axes, or 2 maces. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that, or if I'm just gonna, like, dual wield some really high level daggers. In my original first playthrough, I did do the 2 big one-handed weapon route, and I mean, I did do a lot of damage. I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'll do, I think I might actually do daggers. Oh, you hear that growling? There's darkspawn about.
This should be easy enough. Time for some fun.
And stay down.
Time for some fun.
This should be easy enough.
Alright. Drop a save. Because, unfortunately, that's all I got time for today. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.